My name is Mackenzie Hyatt, and for the next few minutes, I'm going to talk to you about a few qualities of leadership and who I believe to be a successful leader. So, according to our textbook, leadership is the ability to influence employees to voluntarily pursue organizational goals. When the word leader is used, many people think of former presidents, professional athletes, or a member of their family. When I was faced with the question, who do I consider to be a great leader, I thought of Walt Disney. This may seem cliche, but coming from a Disney-loving family, this was the first person that came to mind for me. I felt that I could speak about him with genuine admiration of his qualities, and to me that speaks volumes about his role as a leader. Our textbook lays out 3 innate needs. This includes competence, autonomy, and relatedness. The first trait that I felt Walt had was valuing competence. The need for competence means that you want to feel a sense of mastery. Disney actually had a quote which stresses the importance of competence as a leader. He states, "Leadership means that a group, large or small, is willing to entrust authority to a person who has shown judgment, wisdom, personal appeal, and proven competence." It is well known that the Walt Disney Company goes through extensive training measures with their employees. This ensures that they are all well prepared to serve guests on Disney property. Because of his belief that competence is a core value of leadership, Disney is now highly respected for the skill of its large staff. The second quality Walt held was his ability to motivate investors. In early stages of creating Disneyland, funds were low and Walt's dream had the potential to turn into a nightmare. While he did not have the full support of investors when it came to his park concept, his animations were loved by the masses. This is when he struck a deal with ABC. In return for funding the building of his first park, they were allowed to use Disney content on their network. Walt then used the platform to broadcast updates on the park and share his vision with viewers. This ended up being successful in motivating his investors and building excitement for Disneyland. The textbook defines both internal locus of control and external locus of control. External locus implies that you believe external factors decide your success, while internal means that you control your own destiny. Who better embodies internal control than Walt Disney himself? An I&C article entitled "Moving Facts About Walt Disney That Will Inspire You to Succeed" describes how Walt grew up poor, but eventually built an empire. One of Walt's most famous quotes is, "If you can dream it, you can do it," which stresses that you have the power to achieve anything you set your mind to. To this day, Disney parks are still known as where dreams come true. Lastly, Walt was very open to experience. Openness to experience is known as intellectual, imaginative, curious, and how broad-minded somebody is. To this day, Walt is still known as one of the most imaginative individuals to ever exist. In the article "What's So Special About a Park Bench?", we learned that the entire concept of Disney parks was created while Walt was sitting on a bench. While watching his daughters on a carousel from the bench, Walt envisioned a park where families could visit and feel the joy his daughters were experiencing in that moment. An example of Walt's commitment and leadership can be found in the construction of Disneyland. Many individuals were not enthusiastic about Walt's idea of a Disney park. This included his own brother, Roy Disney, which led to internal struggles within the Disney family. He also faced issues in finding funding for his early stages of his park concept. In 1932, Walt believed he had found enough land to build his dream park. However, the city of Burbank denied his idea. With all of these external factors telling Walt Disney that his dream was too big or unrealistic, it would seem almost inevitable that he would give up on his vision. Thanks to self-confidence and internal locus of control, Walt took matters into his own hands. He sold multiple vacation homes and even went as far as to take out money from his own life insurance policy. These funds helped build Disneyland, which has now branched out into 12 parks around the world. So, here's a picture from back when Walt and I had our glamour shots done with my cat, Leadership. I hope you find this picture as funny as I did when I was making it at 3 a.m. On a more serious note, leadership isn't only for individuals with names as big as Walt. It is not something you are born with, but something you develop over time. You can find leaders anywhere, whether it be a grocery store, a workplace, and even in your own home, where I'm sure you're spending lots of time considering we're experiencing a global pandemic. At a time like this, we see lots of leaders emerge to help face large issues the world is facing. Without leaders, we would not have the ability to face something as large as the coronavirus, which goes to show just how powerful leadership is. So, going back to my point that anyone can be a leader, I myself try to embody qualities of leadership. So, I am currently interning with a nonprofit, and my role is to help coordinate a 5K, which benefits Upstate Warrior Solution. In this role, I must utilize qualities of a leader, such as goal setting, prioritizing tasks, and consistent attitude. During the planning period, I must set goals to ensure that we build up to the event over time rather than scrambling to complete everything at once. So basically, I have to help each individual in what they are in charge of set small goals to build up to the event. That way, once we get down to it, we're not trying to figure everything out at the last minute. This just really helps us just do everything in a timely manner. And I also must prioritize tasks. When given a to-do list and planning the event, I have to go through and see which tasks I need to focus on first, rather than just going down a list and checking boxes. For example, why it may seem important to order snacks and water bottles for the event, I have to remember that if I don't promote this event on social media first, we won't have runners there to even eat these snacks. So it really just goes to show that you have to focus on what matters first rather than small details. Lastly, I must have a consistent attitude. This race benefits people who have put their own life on the line to protect our country. And with a cause that is that touching and important to people, I can't go into this half-heartedly. I have to have a consistent, positive, and passionate attitude in order for this event to be successful. So here are my sources, and I really hope that you learned what leadership means to me and how Walt Disney embodies that and just how important being a leader is. Thank you.